Not that it matters. Ambulance? Fire truck. Fire truck. Fire truck. No siren though. Yeah. Fire department there. Oh, now there's a siren. There's a siren now. Fire department at home here. As I go to work. So, I turn in there, huh? Fake call, I'm sure. Do they ever deal with real calls? I mean, of course not. What was I gonna say here? I got the body cam anyway. These glasses are very mediocre, very poor actually, but they're just something, you know, just a backup in case something goes wrong with the body camera or something while I'm using it. Slave over there with red shirt staring at his phone, and I'll just kind of head in. It'll be about a quarter after when I get in there. I'll be getting there just close to on time tonight, I guess. So they'll have some nonsense set up, I'm sure, when I arrive. Oh, yes, sir, something here. Let's see what this is, police or fire department, maybe. Yeah, let's see what it is. Yes, police. Police down there. Yeah, police showing up because I'm on my way to work. That's how it happened last week. Still doing their stalking. They're further down that way, though. Blaring sirens for nothing as usual. Ridiculous. It's all an act. Everything those people do is just an act. Except when they're trafficking drugs. That's not an act, that's real. So, that's about all that's real with them when they're committing crimes and things of that nature. I don't know, are they going to come around here? Maybe they're going to come around here. It's got to be really weird when you go to your job and everything you do at your job is just a lie and deceit. Putting on stage plays, blocking off streets for nothing, blaring sirens for nothing. I mean, really, if you didn't have those people working... Oh, street theater here. Some bullshit street theater. Looks like street theater. Excuse me. Some actor. Jay and Silent Bob there. The guy, whatever that guy's name is, that horrible actor that plays that role. Trying to condition people just to normalize the whole stoner thing. It's just all mind control, all that stuff. Anyway, here we go. Good activity so far. I'll check it out just as I'm leaving, right? Again, what did I say? Right there. Just as I leave work, right here. Not going to the train station at all, the other one just turning. So that was timed right for as I'm leaving. You can see, right there? Constable showing up right as I'm leaving. Which is exactly what I said. Stalking, continuing their stalking. And right there, just as I leave. I didn't catch their faces though. Obviously they had them parked waiting for me to leave. So you can see that. Okay, got that. That's shortened the ride a little bit. Switch this over. Okay, it's better. About a 10-minute walk from here. Not too bad. Store's actually pretty decent, actually. One headlight right here. And police right here just as I get off the bus. Police showing up as soon as I get off the bus. Car 28. Car number 28. Showing up right on cue as I get off the bus there. Car 28. It's kind of cloudy today, as you can see. So police still stalking as usual. When I'm just going up to get food, you can't even do that without the police showing up to threaten and intimidate. This is May 3rd, 2025. And police car number 28 there. Check out the sign up at the top there with the woman wearing the mask on. Everywhere they gotta put it. Still, see it up there? Something mask, check mask. Oh, make sure you wear your mask when you come in. I think that's what it says, or something like that. In the dentist, make sure. Always wear it. Wherever you go, wear it when you're sleeping. Wear the same one until it, until it just gets all, just keep wearing it all the time. Wear it for your whole life. Never take it off. It'll keep you safe. Yeah, just always wear it, so then you'll be doing your part for the community. If you wear a mask all the time for the rest of your life, same mask, then you'll do your part for the community. Because the community always comes first before any individual right, so it doesn't matter if you suffocate with the mask on. It's because you're doing what's for the greater good of the community, right? So just always wear that exact same mask for the rest of your life. And then you'll be greatly appreciated by the communitarian system. Even if you suffocate and, can't breathe with it on. They don't care about that. They just want you in that mask to show your subservience to the state. I mean, it's not funny. It's really... I guess I'm being a bit facetious there, but that's really what it's like. Anyhow... It's gonna get worse though, we all know that. It's gonna get way worse. I can't hear this act here. Something's starting to be fun. Bright today. It's actually quite bright. The sun's out. It's not exactly warm yet. Traffic's not as heavy now because it's morning rush is kind of over here. No debit, that's change. That's rare. So you have to pay cash there. People aren't going to like that. Fortunately, I had cash. That's why I went there. I need to get change. So. And a drink too. Yeah, that's rare. Usually it's the opposite. Usually it's is this security? CISC security. It's different. I've seen them before. Yeah, I guess their debit system was down. There was this one day in Toronto, I guess it was just before, a couple months before I moved, when all of the debit systems went down. So I took it out there. There's those guys again. That same stalking. What's it called? Those prison guards. Same guys here. As soon as I come out here, nice and bad. Smart comes here. Same two guys. They're in the video there. The other time. Smart comes here. Same two guys. They're in the video there. The other time. Pulling out just as I come back. You can see them waiting there. They didn't go into the plaza there. And it's the two guys too that I both on the two separate occasions, the two thugs who I got on camera, they're both in that one there. So I guess they're just waiting here for me to come by or whatever. Are they going into the plaza? Let's see. No, they didn't. Oh no, they're going down. They didn't turn in. So different, slightly different, but those are those same two guys from each separate occasion. The one guy with the ridiculous mustache and the heavy set guy as well. Both kind of giggling like children. So there you go. The corrections officers again showing up there. So what's interesting is the beginning of that clip with Bezmenov, who let's be honest. This was not somebody who was there just to help people. He was put into a role. I think they kind of did it to see how people would react to having all this information put out there, which was mostly true, what he was saying. You can see it. When you look around it, it was accurate, what he was saying. He's given away a lot of important stuff there, but, you know, that's the thing, is most people don't care about it. And they knew that that would be the reaction overall. Because even when they brought him out to give away all this information, they already had control of huge segments of these populations. So if you put that out there and you already control the people, what's that going to do? You know, they've already signed on, they've already made the deal. Right up here, as I come up here now, you can see this police pulling out right as I move down here, showing up to stalk as I'm leaving, and they're turning on the lights right now for nothing, as you can see. So police showing up to stalk me here and get Hull as I leave for work tonight. And then earlier today they had those corrections officers showing up just as I went over, like right across to the store there. Police driving over here to harass and intimidate her as I leave for work. As you saw there, I think the body cam picked it up. And these glasses are not too good at night, so the footage might be a bit grainy. But yeah, back to what I was discussing there. The police always have to harass law-abiding citizens. They don't do anything legitimate. They enable the drug trade, work with criminals, and they harass and intimidate law-abiding citizens. And they lie about literally everything you do. As you can see, they get paid to lie to people. Because if you ask them about these things, what they're doing, what we can see they're doing, what I have evidence of for 4 years in 3 cities in 2 different provinces, they'll say, "Oh no, that's crazy. That's crazy." So you can see they're lying, and they're liars. As an organization, they're liars. It's not a few bad cops. These organizations have been fully infiltrated with psychopaths, criminals, and compulsive liars. So there you see more evidence of that tonight. And they would just say, "Oh no, that's crazy. We're just randomly in the area." Yeah, you've been randomly in the area everywhere I go for 4 years. So we know they're liars and criminals. So anyway, but what I was saying, back to what I was saying there, is regarding that, those videos that were put out a while back with Yuri Bezmenov talking, supposedly former KGB person who defected and is giving away all this, very good information about things, subversion of the West. Like most of these people, I don't believe that he was who he says he was. I do believe he's a KGB agent, but there is no former KGB. They don't just have people who flip. They make sure that that's not going to happen. So anyone who goes out and talks about these things is going to be somebody who the state, and by the state I mean the one world government, who the state approves of. They're not going to be given any type of huge platform. There's no way. He worked for the CBC as well, so there's no possible way that they'd have somebody who wasn't approved by the state to go out and talk about those things. Anyone who was real, who actually defected and was a whistleblower, would their information would be stifled. They would go to great lengths to make sure that they didn't have any platform to speak. So it's absurd to think that these people are heroes. And of course, after, what do? Same thing they always do. He comes out, he talks about these things, and they tell you he turned up dead. Okay. Same thing with William Cooper, who wasn't who he said he was, but did put out a lot of good information too. I'm not discounting the information that these people put out. It's very valuable, and it's very truthful, a lot of it. But the thing is, they're not these heroes who died for putting the information out. That's all just to scare people into compliance, into not talking about these things, right? That's part of the whole psychological warfare. And the people like William Cooper and of course Yuri Bezmenov, if in fact these are even their real names, they can give these people fake names, fake identities. Like, it's as easy as just changing your socks. You know what I mean? That's what they do, what intelligence agencies do. Very valuable, and they're telling a lot of truth. Both of those people, I don't believe they were killed for doing that at all. Just probably given their identity. And so, with the case of Bezmenov, he's putting all this stuff out. But what's interesting is, at the beginning of the one segment where he's talking about psychological warfare and subversion of Western society, he speaks about specifically about cloak and dagger activities and things. Like, he gives an example of like a train derailment, which isn't what it seems, or whatever, right? So the news reporting on something that it wasn't what it seems, to push agendas. And so what he's referring to there is, obviously, we now see that in the West, all of these people in public service positions have been trained in these quote-unquote cloak and dagger activities. And that includes, using deceitful events that didn't actually happen and performing them in a theatrical way to push some sort of agenda which will justify the removal of rights, but not make it seem like it's being done in some tyrannical way. So, in other words, using deceit to justify the removal of basic rights and freedoms. And we see that all the time here. Not only do we see it with these people, these first responders participating in things like that with the media, in coordination with the Canadian media, because all of that has been fully subverted long ago. We see them doing it just in general, just at their jobs, like all the time, staging fake calls, blocking off roads for nothing just to harass people. Just childish activities that no sane adult would partake in without really questioning, why are we doing this, right? I mean, I understand they get well paid, but it's like, so anyway, getting back to what I was saying, that's what he was referring to there, I believe. But he wasn't, you know, he had to kind of veil that when he was talking about it, because if he gave too much away with that, then that would be more of a precursor, letting people know what they're going to be doing. I think a lot of those talks he gave were in the 80s, so, you know, they wanted to kind of hint at that, but they didn't want to put that out there that they're going to do that. But because, of course, those things were regularly taking place in the Soviet Union. And so he was familiar with these methods. And here's the thing, is like a lot of these people who they have as agents with the CIA and the KGB and these organizations, usually, most times, they're very, very articulate people, very intelligent, very high IQ, and very good public speakers. And they have them in a lot of different roles. They'll try them out in different roles, because what they're going to be using them for in some cases is just using them as influencers. So they'll try them out in all different roles to begin with, before maybe they give them their main job, what they're going to do. And that's a lot of what it is. People think of that like secret agent, like it's some James Bond thing. Maybe it was back when Ian Fleming was writing those novels. Of course, he was involved in that type of thing too, in the background. But now it's not like that, I don't think. Now it's just that they're using people for those jobs are influencers. People to influence the culture and push these agendas that they want to push. They don't want to necessarily do it in a way where it seems totalitarian. They just want to use deceit. And they want to justify all these things that they're doing by saying, you know, we need to, whatever, black out the sky because it's climate change. Just ridiculous things, right? But they have to give some reason for it. That's in the UK. They want to black out the sun for climate. Out of your mind. Like and think of what Yuri Bezmenov was saying too. So how fast that subversion happens. So like even 10, 15 years ago, something like that would be unthinkable. People would be like, what? It's ridiculous. You're insane. You shouldn't even be in your position, right? Now, because they've subverted so much of the society in general, and they've paid off so many people to go along with this stuff, because there's still enough people who know this is absolute nonsense, but they just can't speak out about it. Because they've already made a deal with the state. Some of them are getting free accommodations. So they have to just keep quiet about these things, don't speak out about it. And that's how they do it, right? And that's subversion, like he says, it's very quick. It could be, you know, sometimes just like 10 years, you see a real noticeable difference in the way things have changed significantly in 10 years. Just look at the whole situation with people staring at phones everywhere they go. 15 years ago, you would see some of that a little bit, but it's not even close to what it is today. Everywhere you go, you see people just transfixed with their phones, just staring at it like they're hypnotized or something. Like they can't live without it held up in front of their faces. It wasn't the norm just a short time ago, so you see how fast that's been normalized. Another example I would use for that is like the way they're using this QR code. They're just putting it everywhere in advertising just to get people used to seeing it, to subconsciously program them to normalize it. So that it doesn't seem too odd when they eventually bring that in and say, you need this to pay for anything, right? And that's what they're going to do. And so therefore, at first, they're going to want you to always have a phone. So those people who don't want to carry a cell phone around everywhere, well, they're going to have to start doing that, or they're not going to be able to purchase anything. And that's not right away. Again, it's incremental. That's how this normalization process works. It's incremental. So that people, it doesn't stand out too much, and people don't get too alarmed by it. It's very gradual. Anyway, get on here. I guess it was about, maybe a little bit earlier last time when I came out here. So tonight it's about, check now. Yeah, 9:15. So I left about 9:15. Something like that. Is the police? Yeah, police. I was on my way to work. Yeah. Showing up, second consecutive night, showing up as I'm on my way to work, but yeah, no police. Car number 80, they're back to their stalking and harassment. can't do anything without these creepy stalkers showing up while they enable crime and traffic narcotics. They stalk me continually. So they've flip-flopped and gone back to them now. So 2 nights in a row, these psychopaths. I'll post that on Twitter tomorrow too. Up there. See ya, police up there. Just waiting for the bus here on the way home. Police again, they're gonna turn here and drive by me, of course. Last week when I went up for groceries too, same thing. So they're driving slowly past me here, as you can see. I'm just sitting here waiting for the bus to get home. No reason for them to be here. Okay, yeah. That's where I just came out of the grocery store, so they have to come by, drive by me as I come to intimidate, as I've just gone out to get food. Car number 62 there. Okay. They did the same thing last Saturday when I came out just to get food at the grocery store too, so as you can see, they're attending to nothing. There's no reason for them to be here. They turned there, from down there, that side street, just where the lights are, came up, drove by me, and then went down that side street there. So, intentional. Sent by CSIS, obviously. And, that's what they do. So, anyway. It's, 3 years of that there, what you just saw there. Same things, over and over again. And, same corrupt people they use. Well, not the same ones, but same routines over and over again. So let's see these buses. Looks like the sky's pretty streaked over there on that side with the chemtrails there. Here, not so much. It's all blue up here. Pretty clear actually on this side. And up on there. So these are the Canadian communitarian homes that they want people in here. And I suspect some of them are offered, you know, free of charge to those who've signed on, provided that they agree to do whatever they're told and whatnot, you know. Because the state has to, you know, make these people think that they're doing something for them, so therefore they owe something to their community, and they have to do what they're told. So, and in return, the state, in some cases, I think, provides them with free accommodation. So, which works out even more to the state's benefit because, of course, there's going to be surveillance in the accommodation, and you can't say anything about it because, well, if we want to put surveillance in there, we're providing you with the accommodation free of charge, so you can't really complain. I thought they were going, it was going to go up to Alexander Pantry too, but apparently not. COVID 1984, see that? COVID 1984, yeah. It's about accurate, isn't it? I got on that bus. It must have turned off. It didn't go up to the street where I wanted to go down to. Anyway, I can get it up here. Probably see the cops again. Saw them down at the grocery store there. It's a nice day today though, right? Really warm. That guy, that was good footage too. As soon as I get on, I walk by, he fake coughs, then nothing the whole time. He just coughs once just when I passed him. So I like to get stuff like that. Neurolinguistic programming, obviously. And just one cough, that's all. Oh, a series, but just as I passed, and then he stops. Nothing after that. Okay, hold on. Where's the stop down here? Oh, maybe there isn't one down here. Yeah, maybe I should wait back there. I think I'll wait back there. Nice day, like I said. See if we get the police again here. They might show up. You never know. Where's the stop? Oh, okay. Okay. Is this it here? Or is it here? Let's see if that's it. No. No, it's up here. Where's the next one? Is it all the way up there? I didn't realize that one wasn't going to go up to the street I go to. Oh, I need a bit of exercise here. Oh, right again. Third time this morning, actually. Again, that's smirking too. Car number 32. So they show up right when I come out of the grocery store, and then they show up again here, and look around. There's nobody here. So it's obviously, you can see that's intentional there. 32. Can't do anything without these criminals showing up to harass and stalk. Car number 32. See the smug look, smirk on the guy's face. It's embarrassing. That's what you get paid to do, man. Jobs that, like, you make a mockery of your job, you really do. That's smirking too. Car number 32. So they show up right when I come out of the grocery store, and then they show up again here, and look around. There's nobody here. So it's obviously, you can see that's intentional there. 32. Can't do anything without these criminals showing up to harass and stalk. Car number 32. See the smug look, smirk on the guy's face. It's embarrassing. That's what you get paid to do, man. Jobs that, like, you make a mockery of your job. You really do. Embarrassing. Sorry. Right on cue. As soon as I get back here, you can hear that, right? As soon as I get back here, the engine goes. It's timed right as I exit and come back. Check this out, right across from where I live here. Okay, as soon as I step outside, right? This is the third time today. So, as I come out of the grocery store, they show up. As I get on the wrong bus, go to another area with no one around, they show up. Then across from where I live, they parked. I'm just gonna walk over. Get a glimpse. Third time today. And they're parked right across from where I live now. This is all to take the onus off that thug from the Ottawa police who attacked me. So that all. So look at this, right? This is where I live right here. I'm not gonna show the number, but this is where I live, right? Place here, right across the street from where I live. So. Beeping, I'm not even on the road. Just gonna go across here. You can see that's where I live, right there. I'm not looking at the number. Just to the side there, you'll see. And this is where they're parked. Okay. This is the third time today, so it's car number 24. Third Gatineau cop that's showing up to harass and stalk today, just sitting here getting paid to do nothing. Just gonna look when I get the footage and that's all. Parked, so that's where I live, right? I live over there. You saw them already show up twice, just within the last hour. Yeah, got it on camera, okay. So she's parked across from where I live there. And she's been told to do that. As soon as I come out of the grocery store, they're driving up. Well, not right as soon as I come up, but as I'm waiting for the bus, they drive up across there with hardly anyone there. I accidentally get on the wrong bus because I don't go up to that area too often. And it took me out on the wrong road. So I come back out at the Portage, which is the crossover point near between where Quebec goes into Ontario. Absolutely hardly, almost no one there. They again drive by me. Then as soon as I get back here, about approximately 15-20 minutes after that, I'll have to look at the timestamp on the glasses. There's a Gatineau cop parked across from the house where I live here. I think they're increasing it with them because they want me to take the emphasis off exposing the Ottawa police. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to expose both because both take part in CSIS harassment campaigns. So she's been told to park across the street from where I live. As you saw the other time with that cop, as soon as I got home, they're parked across the street from where I live too. Yeah. And that happened, they sent her to park across from where I live, the other place in a totally different area, the day after a complaint was dismissed against a Gatineau police officer, which I had filed. So this is 3 times today their harassment continues. And You saw this in the other video, how they did the exact same thing. She's parked across from my house, doing nothing, getting paid to sit there to harass. Bonjour, how are you? Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, it's kind of strange. I live over there. I live at that place over there. The one straight ahead there, 419. So, this is the third time today you've had officers show up where I am. And it's actually the second time in a year where you've had people show up and park in front of the house where I live. I filed a complaint against one of your officers not too long ago. And after the complaint was dismissed, immediately after, obviously to harass and intimidate, they sent an officer to park directly in front of my house as I came home. So it's strange. 3 times in one day, you showed up again where nobody was, right in front of me. So what's happened is I've been placed on a watch list by CSIS Canada, and they send the police everywhere I go to harass and intimidate me. So I just wanted to ask you very politely, could you provide me with either your badge number or your name? Because I'm going to file a lawsuit for the harassment. Sure. Okay. Sorry, I couldn't hear you too well. So, say again? Yeah. I don't believe that. So you can tell me that, but I don't believe it's true. Here, let me just say one thing. I have 3 years of evidence of you people showing up literally everywhere I go. So obviously you're going to lie and you're not going to admit to it if you're sent to park across from my house. You're not going to admit to it. We know that. So that's all I'm asking for this, explaining the reason why I came up to approach you. Because I have 3 years of evidence of harassment. I believe it's CSIS Canada that's sending you to do this. And everywhere I go, 3 times today you've shown up for no reason. It's meant to threaten and intimidate. I should be able to go to the grocery store without police showing up. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I have no criminal record. It's unacceptable in a democratic country to have to continue to deal with these things. So that's the only reason why I asked you. I know you're not going to tell the truth that you've been told to park here, but anyone can see, anyone who watches this video today will see the other evidence of your officer showing up where I was, and they'll know I'm telling the truth. So that's all. Could I have the number? Okay, thank you very much. You take care. So this is where I live right here, right? And then you got that guy pulling in right as you saw as I went out to drop on the recycling. Again, they have somebody pulling out there. This is the second time you've seen them do the exact same routine. This guy's like blocking the doorway now. Here. I don't know what the heck's going on here. This happens right after I go up. So I wanted to get the badge number and another act here, right? Let me check this out. Oh, it's an Uber guy, okay. So let's see how long she's going to just stay here parked over. Obviously she's going to lie about that. She was told to go over there. We know it's CSIS sending them to do this. They've shown up 3 times today in 3 different areas, and again, they're parked right. This is the second time you've seen evidence of the Gatineau police showing up to park right across from the house where I live, okay? We know they're going to be told to lie about it. They're going to be given some lie to say if I approach them and ask them about it, right? You saw the other officer who I got on camera previously. So she was already given a lie if I say anything about it. But you see my evidence. You see they're doing this intentionally. It's criminal harassment. I have absolutely no criminal record. I'm a law-abiding citizen, and they harass me, stalk me everywhere I go. And if you see my videos, you understand why, because I've exposed them for their embarrassing behavior, their gross corruption, their involvement in trafficking narcotics. And it comes back to most male officers being Freemasons. So that's how they insulate this corruption and this crime and these attacks on basic human rights. And it also, you have to understand the Canadian communitarian system, where there are no rights for the individual. So it doesn't even matter that I've done nothing wrong. In the Canadian communitarian system, you're immediately guilty just if somebody lies and slanders you. So they can just, some Freemason who doesn't like you, who has a little bit of power, can just make up lies, slander you. The police will then come out with a whole slander campaign, and you can see I can't even go to the grocery store without them showing up to harass me. The Ottawa police literally physically attacking me just for openly speaking the truth to them about the 3 years of harassment. And you see the Gatineau police continuing 3 times today in different locations. Anyone who thinks that that would be random after seeing 3 years of evidence I have is really slow, and it's ridiculous. So they're continuing this harassment. Second time you've seen a video in a different area, completely different area where I'm living, and again they're sending cops to park in front of the house, right across the street from the house, so I'll see it. That was right as I went outside just to drop some things in the recycling bin. So 3 times today these criminal psychopaths have shown up to harass me, and to justify this they just create lies and slander. There's no reason for it. They can't justify it other than lying about people. And this is what they're doing. You should be very concerned in Canada that they're doing this to people. The police do not serve and protect the public. They simply take orders from elites, and that's all. And so they'll target anyone who speaks the truth. They'll target people who expose corruption. They do not deter crime. That's what she's doing. She's paid to sit there and lie and pretend that. And again, like the other time, you notice they sent the female officer. Here comes one of their biker gangs. They use these people too. They work with the police, these drug trafficking pedo biker gangs too. They show up everywhere I go as well. Drug trafficking Freemason biker gangs. And a lot of them are members of Masonic lodges too. You don't even have to look too far to figure that out. That's all online as well. You can see them with some of their patches. So they're not really anti-establishment or whatever they want to claim. They work with the police. They work with the establishment. That's all a lie that they're against the establishment. They harass and stalk people with their drug trafficking Masonic brothers and the police. Okay? So, anyway, we're going to put this out. Video out. That's enough for that today. Second biker showing up.